Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to another episode of the Seven Podcast. I'm your host, Joseph, and today I have with me some Turo hosts. For those who don't know, Turo is basically the Airbnb for cars. It's a quicker process, no security deposit. In some cases, it's cheaper than the average rental. But hopefully the car rental companies don't come for me after this. So yeah. I myself have hosted before, so this episode is gonna be interesting. And yeah, I'm gonna be quiet and let them introduce themselves and then we'll get into it.
Hi, my name is Kathy, coming from Maryland.
Hi, my name is Dr. Giovanna Braveboy, and I'm from Atlanta.
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 All right. When y'all start doing Turo?
I started. Well, my husband and I started last year, doing Toro, and then we've kind of been doing it since then.
So I started 2 years ago as a co-host with a friend of mine, and then about a year ago, I decided to start with my own tour.
How did you guys start?
Well, for us, it was more or less just trying to figure out what other avenues we can get into to start getting more money, creating more money. And then for my birthday last year, around this time last year, actually, my husband really wanted to get a slingshot, and he kind of tricked me into it, I feel, because he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get the slingshot, I'm gonna put it on Toro, and then it's gonna pay itself. And then from there, it kind of just went from there. But I really feel like he really wanted just to get a slingshot and ride in it for a little bit, but also make money too. And so that's how we kind of started. We started from there, and now we have 6 cars on the platform.
Damn.
So 7 cars on the platform.
7? Mm-hmm. God damn.
Trying to get like you.
Sheesh.
Well, I started, like I said, with the co-host thing, and I saw how easy it was. And I kind of told my husband, I was like, look, we can do this. And I went and got a car, and I put it on there, and we've been rocking and rolling ever since. Pretty easy.
Yeah, that's what's up. What was your first car on Turo?
The first car I did was my personal car, which is a Kia Sorento. That was the first car we put on there.
Okay.
So with mine, I got a Maserati Ghibli.
Oof.
I was like, go big and strong.
Come on.
You just jumped straight to a Maserati. I remember my first car was like a Chevy Cruze. Oh, we got Dominique joining us. Dominique, introduce yourself.
Hey, it's me, Dominique. I am a mom of 2, serial entrepreneur who fired her job back in September, and have been doing the Airbnb Turo game for now a year. Yeah, it's a year now. Yeah, happy anniversary. So yeah.
Today's your anniversary?
Oh, well, not today. My anniversary is back in May. For the Airbnb, but for the Turo, it's July 4th.
Oh, damn. Yeah, we'll be coming up on that.
I know, right? Yeah, it's a year.
I was asking them what was the first car that they put on Turo. What's yours?
My Hyundai Genesis, who has been rolling since then. And then the second one was the Range Rover.
Yeah, all right. You went from the Genesis to a Range. That's crazy. Hey, go big, go home, like Giovanna said.
I don't know. I was a little nervous, but I did it. Man.
Yeah, I'll be scared to do that too. So like, what's the busiest time of the year for you guys?
For me, it was like the summertime. Like as soon as I put it on, it was like jumping. It was like back to back to back to back. And then like around the winter time, for the Genesis, I should say, around the winter time, the Range was kind of jumping because it's a truck, semi, like crossover. I got an Evoque, so it's like a little bit of semi, but that, and then that kind of stopped a little bit. But Genesis has been picking back up and just been flowing ever since, to be honest.
For me, I would say that my husband and I, ours are really kicking in now because we were able to scale in a very short amount of time. So the slingshot, of course, does better in the summertime. It didn't do any real numbers in the wintertime, obviously, right? Because Maryland has all the seasons.
Yeah.
But then in December, we picked up 2 Hyundai Sonatas. And then those started like right away getting booked. And then we just ended up just picking up another Hyundai Sonata, actually the same color and everything as the other one. And that one also, those cars, those like economy cars really do well in our area. So those have been really picking up, especially like recently. And I think maybe because it's a 4-cylinder, gas is a little expensive. So those have really been doing better right now.
You think?
Okay, so with me, same thing. Summertime, the Maserati is actually always on the road for the most part. The Range Rover in a close second, but so the wintertime ish, say the Range Rover would be in the lead. And also I was touring out of San Diego, so definitely for the Maserati. And then my car is currently in Phoenix, Arizona, and the Range Rover is actually renting more right now. So I think it just depends on your area for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, especially if you're like near like an airport. I feel like it's easier for tourists to come grab a car and go.
Absolutely.
You guys plan on getting more cars? I know, Kathy, you said you got 7 cars, but
Definitely planning on getting more cars. My husband has a goal of 10 cars. And so we've been able to get them through our business credit. So it hasn't hit our personal credit, which has been key for us to be able to scale so quickly. And so we're hoping by the end of the year to have 10 fully functioning cars on Turo.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get like Kathy and
Hey, I was about to say the same thing.
that because the Range Rover was already mine. It's almost paid off. So I went and financed the Maserati. I got about probably like a good 15,000 left on it. My goal is to finish paying them off because they are doing so good, and then like convert them over to my LLC because I didn't start with that. So before I do get another car, maybe looking at the beginning of next year so I can catch those car sales. I'm definitely trying to I'm looking for a co-host too because I am in the military, me and my husband. So with me, we kind of gotta really strategize with this. So I'm looking for a co-host out here in Mayport, Florida, where I'm at. So once I get all that situated, definitely.
Okay.
So for me, definitely, like she said, I'm trying to get like my partner Kathy over there. So I'm actually building the business credit to get to the point where I'll be able to just, do pretty much the same thing, go and just put it on the get a couple of cars back to back. So my goal is actually to have at least 5 vehicles on by December, to have 5 vehicles on the Turo platform. I was just talking to a great friend of mine who's going to partner with me with that. So 5 is my goal.
Yeah, I would like to get 5. That's a nice goal. But where do you guys park all these cars? Especially if you got 7, where do you park all those cars?
I have a special guest. My husband's here. Yay! So he wants to chime in. Hold on.
All right, for sure.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
Hey, Wayne!
What's going on? How you doing? So to answer your question, so I'm already known in the neighborhood with a lot of cars regardless. So I I was a mechanic in the beginning, so I kept a lot of cars regardless. So they're already familiar with me of having a lot of cars, and
the HOA loves him here.
Yeah, they definitely love me.
I mean, they hate him.
So I do keep all my cars here at the house, but literally since we've had all the cars, I've probably had all the cars at the house maybe 5 times so far. For a couple hours and stuff like that, because they stay pretty booked.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I currently have at the house 1, 2, 3 cars that are at the house. One is leaving tomorrow, one is leaving on Monday, and then the one that I'm driving.
Damn, that's just constant money flowing.
Yeah. Definitely.
What's up?
Definitely flowing.
So my 2 little cars,
Too little.
2 little cars. I'm trying to get like them. My 2 little cars. We have a 3-car garage, so I parked the 2 in, and then my husband's car. So for now, that's gonna work. But I don't know what I'm gonna do if we get more cars. Honestly, hopefully, I'm hoping the same situation. I'll be able to rotate them out so quick nobody will even notice.
Hey, that's a good point actually. They
Yeah,
there.
Yeah. So also, what you can do is, since they have the app Turo Go, so Turo Go is, if you guys are familiar with it, is allows you to unlock and lock the vehicles from the app. So I'm thinking about getting some vehicles that are approved under the Turo Go, or has that functionality where you can unlock and lock the vehicle from the app, and just parking some of the cars. Once we get to that level, down the street, or maybe a neighborhood over or something like that, so I can just park it. Well, since we're close to DC, and I have some family members in DC, and parking cars over there in those areas where they can just come up, they can unlock the door from the app, they can get the vehicle and park the vehicle right back there.
That's awesome.
That's convenient.
So the Range Rover I have is like that, but I'm kind of scared to. I normally meet all my drivers, so but I've been considered. Sure.
Yeah, I do. I just do contactless. I actually, so I have all mine's automated. Like all my messaging is automated. Everything that I do is pretty much automated. So really, I only conversate with the drivers when they have questions, or if there's any issues or anything that that we need to discuss. If they're going out on a trip, they have to contact me beforehand.
Okay.
That's how mine is. All of mine are automated, so I don't even really communicate, like Wayne said, unless it's like they're asking me questions. In my automation automatically says like you're gonna receive all the information within 5 hours, and then in 5 hours they get all the information, and then the key box. The most I tell them is make sure that I remind them, like, make sure I get your picture so that you can get the pass. Most of mine leave from the airport, so I don't really have to park at home. So at the most, at home, like once.
So like, how does the Turo Go thing work? Like, I know you unlock the car from the app, but is like the key to the car inside the car, or like how does that work?
It's inside the car.
Oh, you're not scared to leave the keys inside the car?
Nah, not at all. I mean, normally any cars that I buy, one of the rules that I have for buying any cars, it has to come with 2 keys. So if it doesn't have certain functionalities like backup camera or Bluetooth and stuff like that, I'm not going to get it. So those are just like, I started on high car before I ventured over to Turo. I would never go back to high car.
Like, what's some of the mistakes that you've made as far as renting it?
Okay, I'll go first because okay, so for my vehicles, they're luxury cars, and gas has went up. So early on, I was excited. I was on Turo. I was doing 1-day rentals. Now, gas for both cars to fill up is about 84 to 90 now. So if I'm doing a 1-day rental, I might let's just say a Range Rover, maybe a 120 day, right? So I'm barely making a profit because I still have to fill up and make sure clean everything. So for me, I stopped doing 1-day rentals. So now at a minimum, you can rent my vehicles is 3 days, because the cost and effect and all that, it just wasn't there for me. And my schedule just was conflicting. So that was one of the mistakes that I made early on. But as soon as I realized this is not making a lot of sense, I just switched.
Hey, you learn from your mistakes.
I think my mistakes were not making sure I take full pictures of everything. I had a situation where in my Range Rover, I didn't take a picture of like the passenger seat, but I did like an arrow, but not the full seat. And I had a guy who claims he did not smoke in the car, that he had an instant in the range, which I don't know how you put an instant in a car, but he had an instant inside the car. He was lighting an instant inside the vehicle. So because I did not take a picture beforehand, it wasn't covered, but I was able to at least get the smoking violation that we got. So yeah, that was my mistake of not taking full pictures. So now I take pictures of everything. It don't matter what it is. I take pictures of everything.
Now I even open the hood now.
Damn.
Yeah. No point.
You say you go under the hood?
I open the hood. I open the hood.
Yeah.
I'm in the hood with it now.
Yep, I do the same as well, because my cousin's a mechanic who works on my vehicles, and he said that they swap out
parts. Yep.
You know, they swap out pieces.
Damn.
Yep. Tires.
So yeah, I try to make sure, and he puts like marks, like little tape pieces. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it gets deep. Go ahead, my bad.
Oh yeah. So the thing that what I would say was a mistake is adding trackers to the vehicles. So I had one person that went to Ohio. He got, the car was stolen, ended up being a hit and run. I guess he was, whatever happened. We found the vehicle at the impound lot, and I was able to retrieve the vehicle back within 20 days, but I didn't have a tracker on it. But I was, through the grace of God, I was able to find it online by just searching the VIN number in the area.
He did some real investigative work. I don't even know how he found this. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Able to find it and get the vehicle back. But now all my vehicles have trackers.
Absolutely. Also, Kathy, do you guys do kill switches?
We do have the kill switches, but I have not put them on there.
Okay.
So I do have the kill on them, but it's just since I installed I installed the trackers myself, so I'm just being lazy.
All right, so back to the what you was talking about, Giovanna, what was your mistake again?
My mistake was doing just 1 day or 2 day rentals because of the price of gas and cleaning and make sure the vehicles are fine. I wasn't really profiting, so mine is now I do a 3 day minimum rental.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. You don't charge the people for not filling it back up, or?
So I do. So Turo lets you include extra. So that extra could be their gas is included. Maybe you offer car seats, strollers. So in my listing, I tell them I recommend that you buy the prepaid gas so that you don't have to worry about filling back up, because hopefully I tell them like both cars take premium. So things get really quick, especially if they're trying to rush the car back to me. I've had people pay like over $100 because they didn't have time to stop at certain gas stations. I'm just like, it is what it is. So
yeah, that's another one. I feel like, I think you all have cars that require premium. How's that going?
I mean, I mean, if I'm driving the vehicle, if I'm driving the vehicle to work or whatever have you, I'll drive the vehicle, and wherever that gas land at is what is going out. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes half, sometimes 3, 4, some 7, 8, and I hope, and most of the time they will fill it up or they'll go above and beyond. So I've been lucky and fortunate a few times. Sometimes I don't win, and then that's when I have to charge them. And I'm very petty when it comes to the gas. So if it ain't where I had it,
absolutely,
cost me $10 or $15, I do it. And so what I do before I make that decision, I try to get them to give me a review. Because I have it already automated, so I try to get them to do a review. If they don't give me the review in time, then I will ask them how the trip was, and if they respond, once they respond saying, "Hey, the trip was good, the car was great," and then I'll hit them with the penalty for the gas, and then they try to give me a 4-star or whatever. Then I can get that disputed with Turo because they already agreed or said that the trip was good.
Makes sense.
I never tried that. You know what? I'm going to try that. I never thought about that, but I definitely do be petty with the gas. And that's just the thing, like when you said, like whatever way that the gas is there, that's what they're going to get.
Yeah. That's. But I'm only now. I've changed a little bit on the pettiness. So if they rented from me for like 3 to 4 or 5 days, I have a little bit of leniency, and depending on how much I spend.
To talk him down, y'all. I'm like,
but if it's a one day, yeah, I'm on that. I can't cuss on here, but yeah, I'm on.
Yeah, you could curse. I don't care. But so like when you first started doing Turo, like what's something you would tell yourself from when you first started doing Turo?
I'm sorry. Can you say it one more time? They were making noise on the ship.
What's one thing you would tell yourself from when you first started doing Turo? If you could talk to the person from when you first started doing Turo.
Oh, I probably would tell myself patience. Just patience. When you first start, you're like, let's go, let's do this. And it's such a learning curve. And it's almost disappointing. Because then I also want to recommend a Facebook group called Turo Host. It's on Facebook. And I learned a lot, so much. And just to keep myself uplifted, because early on I was like, I don't know, and I had to do with a lot of the one day rentals too. And I'm in the military, so I can't just leave at work at 9 o'clock because you want my car. So just staying, encouraged and stuff.
Okay.
For me, it would be trust the process, because when Wayne wanted to get into it, we first got into hire car, and the people on hire car were not the people now. Y'all, don't do it. I'm telling you, hire car will have your car totaled in less than 6 months. That's what happened to one of our cars. They will total your car. We had so many tickets. I was just like, babe, I don't know. This doesn't seem like it's worth it. But when we were able to switch over to Turo, switched over to Turo, I would just say, like, trust the process. Like, any business that you get into, passive or however like hands-on you are with it, you have to trust the process. You have to be patient with yourself. Like Dr. Giovanna said, you have to be patient with yourself and really just like, what is your end goal? Remind yourself of your end goal. And don't sweat the small stuff. Like, it's business. You got to just kind of like learn daily and don't give up if that's what you really want to do.
For sure.
For me, it would be just to reiterate, trust the process and don't shortchange yourself. In the beginning, I mean, the sites itself, they give you a very minimum amount sometimes. And I know for me, I started off with very minimum, like, it's just gonna be, I think for the Genesis, I was doing like $30 a day in the beginning, because that's what they kind of had. And I was like, man, I'm not even making it. I'm not even, I still got to fill up the gas after that. I still got to clean and all that. And then I started doing my research and seeing, all that was surrounding. And I was like, man, I'm shortchanging myself. So that I would definitely say in the beginning, like, trust the process. It does take a minute. I was on hired car as well. I hated it. I feel like it's the ghetto. But as far as just don't shortchange yourself.
So like, can you do you all have like your cars under LLCs, or like how do you guys don't do it?
So I do not. I'm trying to get like Kathy and Wayne. I do not.
Yeah, well, the Slingshot is definitely not under the LLC. Her Kia is definitely not under the LLC, and yeah, all the other vehicles are though.
Can you guys give like a little rundown of how the LLC process works, or like having it under LLC?
So to put the vehicle under the LLC, you're pretty much, of course you want to start the foundation of building the business, of having the business name, the business information, EIN, all that good stuff. Your business is not a business unless you have a bank account. I know a lot of people think, they have a business and they don't have an account, or they're using Cash App. That's not it. Yeah, you have to have a business account. So having that foundation of it builds the business itself. So once you have it under that, that's when you're pretty much using the business credit, and building the business credit, and then going out and getting a vehicle under the business credit. Sometimes you may have the personal guarantor. However, once your credit is where it's at, you don't have to. But the credit wise, you can start the cash. That's good. That's all her right there.
Okay.
Yeah. So like Dominique said, those are the foundations to starting business credit. But you need to have a Paydex score 80 and above. You need to be in business for 2 years, or they, under 2 years. Some banks don't mess with you. You have to build a relationship with the financial manager. You have to, build a relationship with the financial manager, because they're going to be able to help and be able to use their strings to pull to get you what you need. And that's how we were able to scale so fast, because we're buying 2 cars at a time, 3 cars at a time, all just, because of the strings that they're able to pull for us. They know we're doing business with them. They know what we're trying to do. So they're working with us. So now
once you network and make that relationship, that's it.
Okay. Can you buy used cars when you don't do it under LLC?
Yeah, these are all used vehicles that we have currently.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all used vehicles. I haven't ventured into the new car platform yet. I mean, well, they're new because they're 2020s and with less than 20,000 miles on it and stuff like that. But
one thing I will say is, if you are planning on going that route to putting your car under your LLC, like, you need to start building your business credit right away. Like, that's the mistake I think we made. Well, I made. Wayne's looking at me like, that was you. I made that mistake because when we first launched our business, he was like, babe, get on this business credit stuff. You need to do this business credit. I was like, well, why we got to get this business credit? Because at the time we were using our HELOC. We had taken out a home equity line of credit. And so we were purchasing the things that we were like, getting into through our HELOC and then paying ourselves back and, whatever. So I was just like, we don't really need credit. We good, right? And he's like, no, you need to build our credit. And then there was a moment where I was trying to get a property under my LLC. And when they went to go check my business credit, I didn't have any, right? So they were like, yeah, we can't give you this rental property because you don't have no business credit. And I was like, babe, they said no because I didn't have a business credit. He's like, I told you to get on our business credit. And so I literally just started like going at it full force, like getting our business credit up, doing the things that I needed to do, getting these net 30 accounts, doing whatever I needed to do to get that paydex score to 80. And once that hits 80, like from then it has just been so much easier to get the things that we really want without having to use our own money, right? And that's the key. You don't want to use your own money. So I would say get started on building your business credit.
Yeah, we haven't put any money down. Only the first 2 vehicles we put money down on. And that was just because that was just a stupid decision on my end. I was like, I just want a certain price point, because we were getting into the game and we wanted the payments to be a certain payment, because, we were just testing the waters in December, like really going full body with the Turo. So we put some money down, but now I don't even put money down. And literally how I get these vehicles, I really don't even go in there looking for vehicles. One of my friends actually works at the dealership. So when I'm servicing the other vehicles, oil changes and whatever maintenance stuff getting done on the vehicles, I have a good rapport with one of the salesmen. So I go in the, when I'm waiting, I go and I look at some of the vehicles and I come in there and I write a number, a piece of paper, and I say, see if you can get these numbers to work, and I walk away. And then they come back with the numbers being worked. So I'm like, oh, shit. All right, well, I guess I'll take it. See if the financial manager can make it work. And then they come back with the numbers and it all works out. And I walk away with the vehicles.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely went for an oil change and came back and was like, yeah, babe, they're trying to give us 2 cars. I was like, what? Didn't we just go for oil change? I'm like, what do you mean? What?
Yeah.
And so, they're trying to give us cars now. I had to let him know, like, okay, hold on, let's just slow down a little bit.
Yeah, we were supposed to get 3. We were supposed to get 3 cars.
Yeah, I had to put a break on that one. So I was just like, wait a minute. Hold on. It was a lot happening one time. He's like, we got to pick up this car and this car, and they want to give us this car right here, and they want to give us this car. Hold on. So,
how did that go with the insurance though?
Well, we're gonna figure it out. I mean, I got all the vehicles under insurance, so I'm gonna be switching it under Travelers, which is more of a commercial insurance and stuff like that. That is actually offered through Turo. Turo uses Traveler and stuff like that, and I think Highcar uses it as well. So I'm about to switch all the vehicles over to that eventually, because I have them all under my personal policy currently.
Okay, because I heard like you could put them under insurance, like under rideshare category ish. I don't know the full, like just the
Yeah. I had commercial next insurance with the first vehicle, and it was pretty pricey. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and save some ducats and just put it on the personal, because you don't really need it because you pay for insurance through Turo with the 20%, or depending on what level you guys are on, or what level you package that for it.
Which level insurance do you guys recommend for each of your cars?
I do 80%, 80%, which is $750 deductible. It doesn't come with any, what is it called? Rental. It doesn't come with any rental, but you get 80% of your money. So yeah, all my vehicles are at 80%. I think besides the Kia, I think that one's at 75. No, actually, I think I put that at 82 because I got so many vehicles. I don't need a rental. Just go ahead and give me 80% of my money. I'm trying to get into.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe.
What about you guys?
So I have both of my cars on the 90 plan. So I earn 90% of the trip price, and Turo pays 100% of eligible damage costs above the deductible. Also, the Range was my personal vehicle anyway, so I have full coverage on that, and the Maserati outside of Turo, because that's just what I'm comfortable with. Just in case anything go wrong with Turo, I know I'm covered on the back end.
Dominique.
You don't even know what you just did. He's over here talking about, I'm about to switch all my cars to 90 right now. She just wanted to
all my money. Need all my coins.
Listen, while she was saying, I went back and looked like, wait a minute. So I'm really in here because I'm checking somebody out right now. So pretty much the same with Wayne. I'm trying to switch my cars over to Travel because I was just looking at their insurance. Their insurance was a little bit better as far as it. But I definitely have the insurance through Turo, what they do. So, but mine was a 90. I didn't think about that.
And then can I plug one thing in? So with that 90% payment plan, the deductible is $2,500. However, in comma, since I do have full coverage on both cars outside of Turo, either way, I'm gonna go to USAA and I'm gonna pay that $500 deductible, and we're gonna make something move. So it's different ways you can play it.
Okay, because like I know Turo has insurance, and then you have your personal insurance, but like outside of the Turo, can't you get like another insurance like Geico and put it under a certain category? That's where I'm lost at. You put it under the rideshare category.
So mine is under Geico, and it's under their it's like pretty much like a commercial type of insurance that they have. So that's what mine is under, because they will pretty much stop coverage with you if they know that you're doing any kind of business, like either Lyft or any kind of business like that. So they'll stop coverage with you. And so I decided just to go ahead and do what they have available, but it was a little bit more costly than what I was checking with Travelers.
Oh, I thought there was a cheaper option though, because it's under rideshare, they lower the cost. I'm gonna have to look into that.
No, but that's if you don't have, because I wanted to keep full coverage. So the pricing it's cheaper if you do the state minimum. Like I know for Maryland, it was state minimum, but I didn't want to do the state minimum just to be, on the safe side.
Gotcha. So like, what's your guys' end goal as far as, I know I think I kind of answered this question, like how many cars you want to finish off with, but like, is there anything else you want to do as far as the Turo?
As I get closer to retirement, my end goal is to have a 20-car fleet under an LLC. Oof. Yes, and hire more co-hosts to help me, and let that be a part of one of my passive incomes. I'm definitely sticking with Turo until I have, I guess, an experience that I just think that this is fitting for one of my plans that I have.
Okay, you have to buy yourself a garage, because I don't know, or a parking lot.
I might just find like some dealerships, if you buy enough cars and if it's close enough to the airport, they will allow you to park your cars there if they know you're doing rideshare. So I'm trying to look into that to build that rapport later.
That's a gem right there. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I have similar goals. Getting pretty much getting off the platform and starting having all the vehicles under the LLC, and utilizing Turo as well as using my own platform. So once we get to 10, the next goal will be 15. And then after that will be 20 and then keep going from there. And then finding a lot where the vehicle's closer to the airport and trying to, have a lot and go from there. 30, 35 cars.
Whew.
I've
Right,
seen
nah.
some 85 cars.
You're
I've seen
gonna
one
have
with
to
80.
buy an airport.
Not an airport, but just small rental company, small rental company, and like she said, have somebody run it and then just keep it passive.
Yeah, you might as well start your own Turo.
Well,
Get
yeah,
5 cars.
that's the goal to kind of get a wing off of Turo, and instead of getting 90% of the money, get 100%.
Damn.
It would be the goal. So, this is just a stepping stone, and just teaches us what we have to learn from just dealing with these the renters and what to expect and what we need to add and make sure it's just a whole learning curve. What we need to add, what we need to take away,
Mhm.
the gas, the wear and tear, and is it really feasible? How to keep these vehicles maintained, how often you should change your oil, and what vehicles that are people mostly attractive. So all that.
And you talk about easing away from Turo and like not using the platform at all, or what do you mean?
Using the platform just to gravitate people, newcomers. But I'm already I use Turo. So my strategy is that I'm customer based. So my goal is to stay as the what do they call it? Of high super host, I don't know what they call it. All-star. Yeah, so I'm an all-star host now. Most of my renters are repeat renters, so they call me directly and see what vehicles I currently have, and they will rent it. So I've had multiple people. I have a team, or not a team. I have people that only rent from me. So I'm trying to get them to transition and just stay with me as I try out of Turo and just go full body. So once I can figure out the whole business of what insurances that I need and how I can set up the LLC correctly to actually have a rental business, that's going to be the goal.
For me, it's pretty much like both of them said the same thing. Is just being able to not be on the Turo platform for me, to have a whole rental agency for that, and having somebody work it, having somebody do all the work, and I'm just collecting 100%. So, yeah.
Okay. So we're nearing the end of the podcast, but I like to ask my guests if they have any book or app recommendations. I mean, app recommendations, obviously Turo, but if you have anything outside of that or any book recommendations, doesn't have to do with Turo, just in general life. Just try not to recommend Rich Dad Poor Dad or The Secret, because I heard that about 100 times. But yeah.
Well, this is where I'm going to put our plug in for Infinitely Paid. That's what you need to get. Dominique and I launched launched our consulting business in January, where we're teaching folks who want to get into the Airbnb game, want to get into the short-term rental game, both with rentals and car rentals, the Turo game. So we have coming up in July another 4-week passive income challenge that people can register and join us on. And so you can get that information at www.infinitelypaid.com. So that's what I recommend, infinitelypaid.com.
For sure. And promo code?
PAID. If you use the word paid, we only give you $100 off. But if you can go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Infinitely Paid.
For sure. Appreciate that.
I'm trying to find the name of the book.
So I'm gonna give you a book that I read in regards to business. I would say emotional intelligence, which to me personally was an amazing book. I believe a lot of business owners need to read that, because so many times we get so overly personal with people and taking everything so personal, and we have to remember it's not personal, it's just business, and we have to direct our frustration to the correct places. So I definitely believe reading Emotional Intelligence. I cannot remember the person's name who wrote it, but it's an amazing book. It's a blue cover, and I say go and read it because it actually helped me with customer service. I've always did customer service, but it helped me navigate my feelings a little bit better and believing that, hey, it's just, you never know, they may be having a bad day also.
Who's the book by, my bad?
Let me look. It's on my iPad. I can tell you in 2 seconds. Another one, I see, I'm a reader. I think leaders are readers. So I believe I read a lot. Of course, I was going to say success principles, but you said don't say that. And then you said, what was the other one? You said don't rich dad, poor dad.
Yeah,
so yeah. I read a lot. So 10X Rule Book by Grant Cardone is also an amazing book for business owners. That's great. I got A Perfect Day to Boss Up by Rick Ross. I'm a reader. I read a lot. A Perfect Day by Rick Ross was amazing. I believe that was great.
Into that one.
Let me get Emotional Intelligence. The author.
And app recommendations, as far as like, is there any apps that help you with Turo? Like anything that helps like track the mileage or like with the GPS or I don't know.
So for my cars, I use Bouncy, and I believe I'm getting charged like maybe $20 a month. And that's for both of them. So with Bouncy, it pulls up the mileage of your cars, and also if you have any alerts, if your battery is low, if any airbags are deployed, where your car is parked at, if they're driving it, you can set up alerts for speed. So I got the Maserati, and people think they NASCAR track thing. It's like, it's okay, but I did have to text one guy that was going 125 because you don't even go on 125 anywhere. Just say again.
How does that work?
So it's a setting. So I can set like, hey, send me an alert if somebody's going over 100. Send me an alert if somebody's going over 125. So it's gonna I have the app, but it pings me kind of like a notification, and I just look at it like, hey, you get a speeding alert. And I also have an out of bounds area alert. So I set it from wherever I want. Like I was in San Diego, I told you, and I would set it real close to that little border that was like 4 exits away from me, just in case I'm trying to go to Mexico in my car. So with that being said, I can I normally send them a friendly text like, hi, my car, how are you guys doing? How's the car ride going? I just got an alert from the car that it's in Mexico, not headed, it's in Mexico. And they're normally oh no, we're going to the outlet because the outlet's right there. So I just trust my verify, because I will hit the kill switch on them. And I definitely recommend a kill switch. If you are starting Turo, you need a kill switch and a GPS tracker in your car. You do not want to hand your car over to someone and they are just gone. Because Turo, they say they verify driver's license, but it's kind of suspect sometimes. So I verify as well. So with the Viper kill switch that I have, I can set up alerts for speeding, anything as well. But if I have to have somebody that's not responding, they haven't extended, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours later, I've reached out to Turo can't reach them. I hit the kill switch. I'm hitting that kill switch because where you going? You're done. And then normally they hit me like, oh, well, I've never had it happen, but they'll hit you back like, oh, the car's not starting. So now we're communicating. We're starting that level of communication back. You know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, well, I was just a little late. So I do want to extend. So this is just a plug for anybody with Turo. If you run into somebody and they're not responding, what you need to do is look at your next couple of days, raise your prices up. So the max for the Maserati is $350 a day. So if somebody's not responding, I hit that kill switch. I'm raising the next 2 days to $350. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna pay for my time. I'm a little petty on that end. Damn. I'm raising that up. You want to play? You have my vehicle, like courtesy. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Let me ask you a question. So when you raise your price for the next 2 days, do Turo give you that? Because when they do the extension, I think they still use the base price that they got the current price at, right?
They absolutely do. But if you raise that up, you will get paid for that unless they bring your vehicle back. So when you raise it, they're going to be like, oh, well, the price just increased a whole lot. Okay, do you want to extend? Do you want to bring the car back?
Okay.
I didn't know you could do that mid reservation.
Well, technically their ride has ended. So if they haven't extended and and I haven't extended and Turo hasn't extended, that is a late return. Right now, I called her, hey, I have a late return. I don't have my vehicle.
All right. Mm-hmm. And if they don't, well, I said if they don't return it.
And what was the other app that you mentioned? It was called Bouncy?
Yes, it's Bouncy. So BOUNCIE. And you stick it into your, I want to say it's called the ODB. Help me out, Wayne. I think it's the ODB. I ain't no car girl, but you just plop it right in there, the tracker.
Yeah, OBD2 port.
So, yep, OBD2 port. And it's so easy, even I can do it.
BOUNCE. I'm gonna look for it.
Also, so it's something you plug into the car and the app like registers all that stuff. Like I know about the thing that you plug into the car, like the little remote thing when you go to like auto parts, whatever, they can read like your battery level and all that stuff. So basically it does that.
Yep. But also I have hardwire in is my Viper because I want to plug this in. I am looking wherever you're a Turo on that. If you're on Facebook, look at Turo Jacksonville, Turo San Diego, Turo Atlanta. There's a group, and mainly the big cities, and they put out really good information. Also, another good Facebook group is Turo Blacklisted. So that is a group designed to protect Turo users. Like, hey, don't rent to this guy. This is what happened. You get a picture, you get their name, and you get what happened. And especially if it's in your area, like San Diego and Jacksonville, I like screenshot and put in my favorites, just like, hey, I'm gonna keep a look. So that's a really good group. And I've learned a lot from other people's kind of mistakes or things happening to them.
That's a good thing to know.
And I just want to plug one thing in with they was talking about people stealing parts. So I have what do you call them, Spirellis, and those are expensive. I had to get new tires, so I put like a tire lock on a lug lock on all my tires, and I hide the key in my vehicle because if you're gonna change some tires, you're gonna have to call me. You're not gonna play them games. What happened? So we have a problem. Just want to plug that in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, I have that book, by the way. Oh, I just got it. So it's called That's My Property, and it's by Dre Evans. He is a Navy lieutenant from Chicago. He's actually at Chicago, ex-gang member. And he is a multimillionaire property investor. And his story is literally from the trenches to the top. And I read it, and it's a really good book if you are wondering how to invest in multi-unit properties.
Definitely. That's what I want to get into too.
Yeah,
I want to get to everything y'all doing. 20 cars. I know, Kathy, how many doors you got on Airbnb? I forgot how many. You said 9.
We had no, not 9. We have 9. We have 9 doors. We have some multi-units that we own. But we have 3 doors currently on Airbnb.
I try to get like y'all, man.
I'm trying to be sleeping when I don't get my money like y'all. Like
that's always good.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like,
but it's definitely worth it.
Definitely get that one knucklehead.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. But we get another podcast. We can get deep into that too.
In a perfect world, there be no mistakes. People come, get your car, fill it up on gas, bring it back, or like Airbnb, they come, stay, leave.
Go back to that stay in the Airbnb. They come, stay, clean up, and then leave.
Clean up? I thought you got
clean up. Because I mean, of course we got a cleaner lady, but sometimes they just be a little bit. I don't know. They be a lot. Yeah.
I mean, all right, they come, don't mess the place up and leave.
Right. That part. Not flood your whole. You know, they be doing some. They be doing some stuff, don't they, Kathy?
But yeah, I'm in the description for the podcast, I'm gonna put the link to all of you guys Turo vehicles. So send me that in the messenger. And how can the listeners get in contact with you guys as far as social media?
Right, through social media. We don't do any consultations or anything like that. I mean, no give up free game, but been trying to convince me to do that.
I told him he shouldn't be giving up free game no more. People take it more when they have to pay for a service.
We'll see.
But you can look us up, Bridging the Divide, at Bridging the Divide Investment Group on Instagram. Also Infinitely Paid for our Airbnb and Turo consultation. Bridging the Divide is to follow us as we do our multi-units. We do some flips and, you know, some of the other stuff that we got going on. So, yep, those are two places you can look up.
Hey, Kathy, real quick, I have a question. So you guys do your Airbnb. Do you link your Turo to that as well? Like plug that in?
We have not done that yet, only because two of my Airbnbs are in Houston and most of our Turo cars are in Maryland. I have one Airbnb unit here in Maryland, in Baltimore. So we're not in the same location for all of our units, but I would love to do something like that because I've seen some people do it where they do they offer the car rental as a added service.
Okay, I was just curious about.
That's dope.
I don't have any social media that's geared towards Turo yet. Need to get my life together. But the next time we do a podcast, I will have that together. And I'm only working on my business credit because I'm trying to get like Kathy. No, I'm trying to get like y'all. So I got to work on my business credit and my social media presence.
For sure.
So if you want to work with your business credit, you can go ahead and follow Infinitely Paid. And you can come follow us.
I got you.
So yes, you can find us at Infinitely Paid. That is the Airbnb and Turo where we teach people how to build their business credit, build their businesses, and get started with passive income. We call ourselves the Passive Sisters. And for me, I'm a serial entrepreneur. So if you follow me, you'll get a little bit of everything: Airbnb, Turo, travel, all that good stuff. At I am Dominique DUH.
Okay.
But most importantly, go follow Infinitely Paid.
Yeah, I do, for sure. Everybody, you hear that? Go follow them. Get your promo code PAID, $100 off. But other than that, I just want to thank you guys for being here again. I know I always say time is money, and squeezing this in your schedule. I don't know what you guys got going on, but to be here, I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Joseph, for inviting me and Wayne, who made a guest appearance.
Yep, popped up.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for the invite.
It was good meeting y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was nice meeting y'all. I wanted to link up with you, Dr. Giovanna.
Yes,
so definitely I'm gonna follow you.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for the learning experience. I hope the listeners learned something. But yeah, good night to you guys and enjoy the rest of y'all week.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
That's all for now. Listeners, if you're still listening, I want to thank you for still listening. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think about this episode. I appreciate you for still being here. I hope you learned something. Enjoy these tunes by the one and only Imani Fest. Until next time, peace.
Ain't give me shit for my birthday, asking for a slice of my cake. It's funny how these niggas act these days. Same person I could 3 different ways, and I'm perfectly aligned with the numbers of my life. Same numbers, I can see it in the line. Like no more dimming my shine. Give me my time in the limelight. I can see you scrolling, but you ain't on my timeline. I am the motherfucking woman. I am the motherfucking womb. I am the motherfucking woman. Hand to hand, over my stomach and over my heart. Praying to God that I release a sorry. In my head, from my mind to reality, this manifesting. Life's been giving me a bunch of tests and I've been passing like grade A bars. You think that it's hard, but really your mind can keep you still like a non-moving car. I'm thrilled to know who you are. Fresh as fuck, like a soap bar. Got them staring at the goddess cause you're so hard. On these instrumentals, like Mozart. Plus I'm on the right track, like a go-kart. I'm too sweet, that's why these niggas so tart. Stain face like it walked through a fire. You can stay here, but I wanna go far. Raising the bar with my lyrical bars. I'm good for the environment, electrical cars. You don't know what to do or even how to start. We all on the journey, just get to your art. Whatever it is, just be using your heart. Bless them with your presence, get them with your essence. All lessons are basically blessings, yeah. And not everybody gonna understand that because that's a gifted perspective, yeah. Thought I was gonna fall now, didn't you? You ain't think I was the hottest now, did you? It's okay, don't make the same mistake again, cause I know I got my flow now. If you ain't know I got the flow down, I only wanna see it to the top with the top down, wearing that crown, high and proud. If you real proud, then say it out loud and clear for the ones in the back to hear. Cops getting off punishment because they back with fear. Ain't getting in the back of their car, cause everywhere I go, I'm driving us there. And that's cause I stay with some courage to spare. You should try it. They tell the judges what they want and they buy it. No shopping cart, cause you know they lying. Yeah, the real shoplifters can't take my package. You know that I'm gifted. The real shoplifters can't take my package. They know that I'm gifted. They know that I'm gifted, yeah. Know that I'm gifted. Real shoplifters can't take my package. They know that I'm gifted.